Okay, for the 5.7 practice answers, these are all the things you want to find, and we're going to use Desmos for all of these. So, yeah, so be careful here. The top 1%, right? So top 1%, 2% would be here, so that means to the left of it would be 98%. So I'm going to show you in Desmos how to find all these.
For number one, it says, suppose we select a random adult. X is their blood pressure, and a normal distribution with a mean of 70. So I'm going to go here. Normal distribution, mean of 70, and a standard deviation of 20. Okay, if I hit zoom fit, there's my nice graph there. So I want to know blood pressure less than 80 is healthy. So less than 80, okay, from negative infinity up through 80, it says 69% of the people would have healthy blood pressures. Okay. Number two, between 80 and 90 is a borderline high. So we want a minimum of 80, maximum of 90. So between 80 and 90 gives me about 15% of the people. 15% of the people would be borderline high blood pressure. Okay, number three, they investigated 3,000 meals from Chipotle using Grubhub, and they calculated the sodium intake. So how much salt is in their meals. So they noticed it was normally distributed with a mean of 2,000 milligrams with a standard deviation of 500 milligrams. Zoom fit gives us a nice graph. So it's recommended that we have 2,400 milligrams of sodium or less. Okay, so what's the probability they exceeded this? So exceeded 2,400 to infinity. We can just get rid of this and hit enter. And so from 2,400 to infinity, so about 21% of their meals, a little over 21% of their meals, had as much salt in it that we should have in a whole day. Okay, and we still have other meals to eat. Okay, so Chipotle has a lot of salt in their meals from this problem. Okay, next problem was what percent of the meals ordered were between 1,200 and 1,800. So we just got to change this here from 1,200 milligrams to 1,800 milligrams, and we get about 29%. About 29% of the meals are between 1,200 and 1,800 milligrams of salt. Okay, next problem says egg weight. Okay, in the United States, the USDA says, if you go into the store and you want to buy eggs, you can buy medium, I believe it's medium, or large or extra large eggs. So a large egg is between 57 and 64 grams. Suppose the weights produced by this particular farm has a mean of 55.8. Let me start over again. A mean of 55.8 grams with a standard deviation of 7.5 grams. So this is what he gets from his farm. Zoom fit gives us a nice graph. And we want to find between 57 and 64. Okay, so it's about 30%. So it says we found it. Now interpret this. So at this farm, about 30% of their eggs are classified as large. Okay, most of them would be less than large, like medium size, and they'd have some up there that would be extra large as well. Okay, so that's this particular farm. Okay, next problem was a fire department in a rural county reports that its response time to fires is approximately normal, with a mean of 22 and a standard deviation of 11 point. So functions, normal distribution, the mean of 22 minutes, the standard deviation of 11.9. So this is the response time. Zoom fit, good, nice graph. Assume this claim is true. 99% of the calls are answered within how many minutes? So I want to find area here up to 99%. So I have to use that inverse. Okay, when I'm giving the area or the percentage. So dot, no period. I want to find the inverse. And I want 99%. So at 49.68. Okay, 99% of them are responded to within 49.68 minutes. Okay, we can kind of look at this here and get a visual for what we just did. Okay, 22 and 11.9. This is a rural area, so that's not too bad maybe for a rural area. And we want to know from negative infinity up through 49.68. But we can see here, if I could put the rest of the decimals in there, it'd be 99% of the calls are responded to within that amount of time. Okay. Next one, number 11 in our textbook, but for you guys it's number 7. It says a Harley. Anybody want a Harley Davidson? The average price for a 4-year-old Harley touring motorcycles is approximately normally distributed with a mean of 14,000. So normally distributed with a mean of 14,000 and a standard deviation of 4,000. Okay, zoom fit. There's our graph. Now we want to find what the 30th percentile. So 30%, it'll be based somewhere around here, right? Would be 30% of the data here, which means 70% over here. So we want it with a deal. So 30% or less. What am I looking for? Okay. So this is also, we know the area at 30%. So I got to use this dot. Here, I'm going to copy this just to keep that visual. Okay. But we put dot. We can find the inverse. And we want 30%. So 0.3. Okay. So we can see that up to $11,902.40 gives us that 30%. So that's how much it would cost to be in the 30th percentile, $11,902.40. Okay, last problem talks about IQ scores. IQ scores on the Wechsler Adult Intelligence Scale, it's a standard IQ test, for 20 to 34-year-old age group are approximately normal, distributed with this mean of 110 and a standard deviation of 25. Okay, there's our graph. Okay, what percent of people have IQs between 125 and 150? So between 125 and 125 and 150, about 22%. Okay, and part B, now Mensa, I don't know if you've ever heard of Mensa, it's an elite organization of which I'm a part of. No, not really, I'm not a part of it at all. Admits that people, if they score in the top 2% of the population, so if you score in the top 2% way up here, then you are considered eligible to be part of their group. Only the smartest people are able to be in there, okay? So I need to do the inverse here, right? So I'm going to use that 110 and 25 in the parentheses, period, inverse. And now be careful here. I don't want to know where the bottom 2% is. I want the top 2%. So the area to the left would be 98%. So they would need to score a 161.3 on this IQ test to be considered in the top 2%. So you can see here, 161.3. Infinity puts you in the top 2%. So that 2% of the people right there makes you very smart. Okay. All right, come to class ready for some questions for me.